Hello. Hey guys, it's Zara. What is up? I hope everyone's doing well. Oh, Jefferson. Oh my goodness, I haven't seen this man in ages. So, honestly, I was bored and I figured, oh my god, my mic is too up. Hold on, let me turn it down. I am so sorry. My bad. Alright, there we go. Should be okay now. So, my bad. I think I just blew some people's ears. I was bored and I was like, well, maybe I should play some Dying Light and talk about stuff, hang out with people. If people decide to come through, then cool. But I figured I'd answer some questions because I know a lot of people have been asking me what's been happening with... Did I not just open this? What's been happening with the whole TERA thing since yesterday, and why I left, and what happened to the video that was supposed to happen today or tomorrow for Swords of Legends and a bunch of stuff. So figured I'd hang out, you know, be as open as possible and do all that shit. Also, what is happening here? This thing is so confusing. Oh, okay. I guess I could have just looked, huh? Got some fruit punch, so I'm ready to hang out. Hey,
Veronica, I made it. The electricity's on.
Great. The security tunnel is open. I'll try to take the elevator down to you.
This place was quite the hive. Plenty of infected. But I got rid of them.
They were people too, Aiden. They deserve respect.
Do they though? They try to kill me.
Aiden? What?
This isn't TERA.
The elevator.
No, it's not TERA.
I see. I think it blew a fuse. I'm checking.
Do something. Quick.
How you doing, man?
Please.
I haven't seen you in a long time.
I'll fix it.
I hope you've been doing well and
Don't leave me here.
Don't be afraid.
life is good for you, man.
Moment.
Don't leave me. Don't leave me.
Veronica, shut your ass up. Am I hearing like the Halloween song?
Oh my god. Please. Please let me out.
I don't even know where you are.
Fuck. Aiden. Do something. Let me out.
I'm working on it.
Just let me out. Let me out.
I'm not sitting on my hands here, Veronica.
I am. I don't even know where I am.
Breathe. Slowly.
Oh, don't leave me. Just don't leave me here.
Shouting won't do anything except attract infected. Yeah, calm down.
Bro, find a way to restore power. Just checking on you. Oh man, thanks. Yeah. I've just been busy, man. Been working. Playing lots of Dying Light. Ignore the AK-47 I have on. Ignore this. I modded the game a little bit, so. Alright, where am I going here? I'm very confused. I've been playing Lost Ark recently this well. Lost Ark's doing so well. I'm so happy for them. You know, it's not often that you see the MMORPG genre like do actually well. So, kudos to them. I hope they can keep up the momentum, you know. The thing with Amazon is that they tend to release quality games, but then they just basically do nothing for a while. So, hopefully.
Veronica, I'll meet you by the elevators.
But from the first week, it looks like things are doing pretty well. So, yeah, congrats. It's not my type of game. I know I've said quite a while now that I'd try it out.
See?
But
everything would work
it's
out.
just not my type of game.
Just get in.
Nope. As much as I wish it was. But, yeah.
You always been claustrophobic?
Seriously?
I'm enjoying it. It's not TERA, at least. Well,
For over 10 years.
certainly something.
So what happened then?
Aiden, for God's sake, can we not talk about this right now?
The database. Where is it?
Just give me a moment. Below us.
Even farther than this?
Another
TERA.
6 floors down.
This is pretty high tech.
Before the GRE,
TERA has had a lot
the
of
complex was run by the military.
like good stuff
They
and bad
used it to
stuff in
monitor
in its
threats.
history.
Rocket attacks, that sort of
But
thing.
I don't know.
That's
Why do I
why
feel
they call
Veronica's
it
gonna
the
die?
observatory.
I hope not.
Then the virus came and
I'm so
that was the
I'm
end.
so behind on the story. I've honestly been like just exploring the entire, what's it called, the map, and gathering all these GRE nodes. I guess they're not really called nodes, huh? The military convoy stuffs
what
and
happened
all that
here,
stuff.
in
so.
the end?
well,
I should
GRE
probably
lost
finish the
control
story.
of the situation,
TERA'S
and it
that
all went to
abusive
hell.
ex-girlfriend you just can't
Everything
let go of.
collapsed.
Yeah.
What I know, the scientists at first barricaded
So for me,
themselves inside, but soon conditions in here were as bad
hold
as
on,
they
Veronica's
were in the
talking so
city.
much.
So some of them
I'll
quietly
explain
slipped
my
out,
part of it for
and
TERA.
those who stayed are the ones you got
Plus,
rid
it'll give me
of
some time to
earlier.
think this through and say this properly.
So the military ran this place before the GRE?
Yes. It used to be a Cold War command bunker.
It used to be a
Cold
Cold War
A
commander.
period in the last
Oh,
century.
command center.
Wars back then were fought on a grander scale. It wasn't just about day-to-day matters like having enough water, UV lamps, and food scraps. In a way, though, it was just like things are now. People lived every day in constant fear.
That's quite the story.
They used to call places like this witnesses to history.
A long ass ride.
Great. Dark again.
Wait, I'll try and figure something out.
All right, let's see. So TERA.
We have electricity here. We could use it to power up the whole floor.
TERA. I started with TERA back in, I want to say like 2000. Oh no, this was. I think I was trying it out in 2012. No, it was at the end of 2011. Sorry, I think it was. Nope, no, it was 2012. My bad. And I actually went for it in 2000, around the end of 2013, I think it was. That's when I went free to play and stuff like that. Started playing all that stuff. I have a long history with TERA. I really enjoyed it back then. It was a very different game than it is now, obviously.
I'm not a fan of the dark, remember?
But I don't really know. I mean, I was a very different person back then too. Like, I was very trolly. I said a lot of crazy shit that I got me banned a few times. But you know, we all change. I certainly did. Where do I actually place this? Oh, wait, there's no power. So I'm not gonna go into the interim type of stuff, but pretty much around 2018, I was gonna try to be a content creator. I was bored. I was working on some music stuff, and I had finished, and I was going through a really tough time for those years. I was dealing with a lot of losses and stuff like that. So in 2018, when 2017, I knew that TERA was going to come out to console. I had heard of it coming to PlayStation. I had just pretty much purchased the PlayStation 4 Pro, and I was like, okay, this could be a good time. In my opinion, I thought the game was going to like start from scratch, you know, like back in the day. That's not the case, but that's what I thought it was going to be like. So I went for it. And I had no partnership with NMAS at the point. I did apply for I wouldn't say there was a partnership. I guess it was called I can't remember what they called it. It was an NMAS partner type of thing, but it wasn't actually. This was before the NMAS partner thing existed. So it was for Critica. So I went to go play Critica. I actually didn't even stay that long. I think I played like a month and that's it. So played a month of that. They invited me, then they said, the guy that was talking, the marketing dude, messaged me and said, "Hey, what's up, buddy? We are kind of dismantling the Critica partner system, as well as closers and the other ones, and we're just kind of combining them and making NMAS, the NMAS partner system." I was like, cool, why not? Sure. At this point, like, I had already helped a lot of content creators. One of my things has always been about like marketing and helping content creators reach out to companies, either for sponsorships or partnerships, or to Twitch themselves to get a partnership by reaching certain requirements. You know, just trying to get them. So I figured I'd do it myself a little bit. The first year for TERA, I was pushing out a shit ton of content. I knew the algorithm for YouTube. I knew that it was, at that point in 2018, it was all about the amount of stuff you throw up. It's not like that now. There's so many things that change in YouTube like every year. But the first year I was uploading a shit ton of stuff. Guides, reviews, so on and so forth. I think it was like a news, yeah, everything that was related to TERA I would upload. So I did that. Within 6 months, I accumulated. I think it was 9,000 subscribers, or 10,000. Can't remember anymore. And that was purely from TERA. That was from content creation for TERA on the PlayStation 4. You know, I was learning on the job, because content creation for myself was something that was new, right? So every video I would try to do something different. I would mix up the intro a little bit, the music that I was using, the way that I was stylizing the videos or cutaways and stuff. So that's what I did. I quickly became like the dude that was pretty much only making YouTube videos for TERA, so everyone kind of knew me only for TERA. So fast forward a little bit, you know, I eventually got tired of just being the TERA dude. I really wanted to expand my channel to do something, to be something else. And I suffer with this now, but I guess I was stuck for a long time. Because it was like, if I make a video on literally any other game, nobody's gonna watch. But if I make it on TERA, it could get 1,000, 2,000 views. Well, but nowadays at least. But previously it was like 10, 20,000 views. Guaranteed. 100% for TERA. But if I did it for any other game, I'd get maybe 100, 200 views. Because it was just, I was stuck in that. It was locked. So for 2 years roughly, I was pretty much having to do only TERA stuff. Eventually I got tired of it. The constant issues with the community at the time, you know, I was making a lot of guides, and it became a meme where, like, if I didn't make a guide for a dungeon, because it takes a lot of time. Like, I think a lot of people don't know how much like goes into making a guide like that, and I make them pretty quick because I've kind of gotten used to it now. But I don't actually do a video like most of these content creators where they just literally talk nonstop, you know, and you can hear the gas, you're like they're all breathing and shit, you know. It's heavily edited, so I write a script every single time, and I make sure that, like, sometimes I'll ad-lib when I'm actually recording, but the recording process, like, I don't speak that quick, right? So, like, I could be saying, hey guys, it's Saru and blah 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 blah, right? And I'm obviously breathing, but I'm editing these things down, the audio itself, to remove the breathing, so it sounds like I'm going faster than I am, but I'm not. I'm not actually increasing the speed or anything. I'm just like editing it I can't even say, editing it in such a way that it sounds like it's a long ass sentence. And that's another thing, like tripping on words and shit like that. Oh my god, that happens so often. Like sometimes I'll be recording, like talking nonstop for 30 minutes. When it was a guide for a dungeon, it would be 40 minutes, maybe cut that down. Sometimes it'll end up into 20 minutes, maybe 15, you know. So it was a lot of time consumption, and I was looking for work, and I was bored. I was a little burnt out from TERA because I was pushing out content more than any single other person. But NMAS recognized that. They started putting me as the face of TERA at the point. You know, every time I would make a guide, they would promote it and stuff like that, which caused a lot of internal issues, which I never talked about. So there were other NMAS partners. They did play TERA. I remember this one girl. I hope she doesn't mind. I'm not going to name her, actually. This one German girl. She played on the EU servers. And a bunch of other people. They had a shit ton of issues with me. Because I was heavily promoted by NMAS, whereas they didn't do any, well, at first they didn't do any YouTube videos. They started doing it, but it was mostly Twitch people. So I would get more opportunities than they did, which would cause a lot of internal strife. So, you know, adding onto that, plus the community, you know, memeing and causing more pressure on me to make guides and stuff, it was a lot of burnout, which I think was one of the reasons like I stopped playing TERA altogether. But yeah, anyways, editing took a lot of work, so eventually I didn't do guides. Eventually I said, okay, I'm done. And you know, it was basically to kind of like put water over the fire of saying, okay, if I had a little bit of an ego back then, you know, I'd be like, okay, well, you know, I'd pretty much clear everything, a dungeon or a raid in the first day, maybe the second day. But what people don't understand is when I'm clearing the video or the content in the video, the reason it's taking me so long, the reason I'm standing there for 14 hours is because I'm literally recording every single mechanic, right? Sometimes, I don't know if you've played TERA or any MMORPG, sometimes the boss won't do a mechanic because you either skipped it or you're just unlucky, or maybe he does it a specific way but you didn't do that specific way. So I'd be there recording, I'd be recording different type of angles. At some point I tried to kind of incorporate my group. They would kind of send me videos, but I didn't want to do that eventually because I feel like that would cause more issues and more pressure on them. So all to say, yeah, there was a lot of work involved and I stopped. So the partnership happened. Partnership was good. I didn't really get anything out of the NMAS partnership. Well, that's not true. I got a lot of exposure. That's true. What else did I get? I think a lot of people, one of the biggest memes was people thought, I was getting free gear and stuff, which was funny. I mean, I've talked about that in the past, but that never happened. Actually, I'll tell you the truth about that. But so originally we were trying to do, they reached out to me, the product manager at the time, and they said, hey, let's do a video on this. You know, you can make a guide, you can write down the values and stuff. Which writing down, nobody really understood how much work went into recording every single fucking gear, what it cost, the attributes, without knowing this. And you know what's funny is they could have sent me the values and I wouldn't have to do this, but and that's just like retrospect type of shit. You know, you look back and you're like, oh, you know, in hindsight, I guess. But making that guide, we didn't have a test server or anything. I was told that I could keep the gear if I wanted. I actually never said that to anybody. Actually, like vehemently, like completely deny that, but I was told that I could keep it if I wanted to. That included the mats, as well as the gold and everything, if I wanted to. I mean, I did think about it. And this was before I actually did the video and started recording, where I had my friends with me. So every time that I would do like an enchant, what we didn't know at the time is that it would pop up on the screen, right? So it would say +7, +8, +9, which pissed off the entire community. Even like the moderators that I was with at the time, they would fucking go after me, right? Like they would just shit on me. So just giving a brief history with TERA before I move on to Swords of Legend stuff. But that happened. So I was told, yes, I could keep it if I want to. But then we talked about it after the whole incident happened. And it basically came down to like a PR decision of like, okay, do I keep it or not? What do we do here? If I keep it, it's going to cause a lot of shit. If I don't keep it, it's going to cause a lot of shit. So what I did is I just recorded it and I deleted everything. I absolutely deleted everything. We didn't even know Heroic Oath existed because we knew +9 Stormcry existed, I think it was. Or was it 7? I can't remember anymore. Yeah, the TERA mods shat on me. Like, that's the thing. I was moderator, they were moderators with them, and they would literally just, they all turned back on me. Like, every single person that was, like, cheering me on completely did a 360 and turn on me. So, that is, like, I think that's the day that I really lost my passion for TERA in terms of content creation, but, what was I saying? Yes, I was told I could keep it. We kind of talked about it, and then we decided, okay, no, we're not going to do that. It's literally going to cause a lot of issues. I'd rather earn it than not. So I did a little video. I deleted every single item, every material, every gold. And that's it. You know? So I did that. And everything was gone. But obviously people didn't believe it or anything because either they only watched the first part or they didn't watch to the end or anything. But yeah, that happened. So eventually TERA did go over to KRAFTON Bluehole. At this point I was still making videos, either news or whatever, and guides or whatever the case, you know. Wasn't too much. I kind of had to stop with the dungeon guides. I would maybe do a live stream or two. But I think at that point, like, you could tell that, like, my energy had waned and I was like, my initial, like, super excitement stuff of TERA is kind of done because of this. Because I was kind of, like, living off that energy. Like, it's like drugs. Like, you don't know, like, that I don't really care about the attention. I don't care about views. I don't care about, you know, that type of stuff. But still getting people to, like, come to you and then asking you for questions and stuff. At first, it's really cool and it's kind of, like, addicting because you're like, oh, okay. It's kind of like I guess kind of like an attention thing. But at some point, it becomes, like, so overbearing and, like, overwhelming that you're just like, please, no more. I don't want this. To the point where I started blocking my DMs and then people would take it personally and then they would start doing shit to try to, like, get me banned and stuff like that. So yeah, but fast forwarding past that, because I'm pretty sure the people that have been with me for a while know all that story, went over to KRAFTON. So here's where it was different, because I had my partnership with NMAS. NMAS was shutting down, and what happened at that point was, well, previous to that, I was kind of fed up with a few things. First of all, there were, like, no community management. Like, there was no community management, rather, for TERA. In the sense that literally no one would speak to the community except Cobalt Dragon, in which he was a GM. He had nothing to do with that role, but he would basically kind of take on that role. And we did a lot of cool stuff together, but again, I'm not going to get into that. So when he got fired, or when he was let go, I don't think I was supposed to say that. Whatever. When he was let go, uh, I I knew I knew what was happening, and I was really pissed off, and I was like, fuck this. I'm gonna do this myself. So what I did is I literally went looking for the developer, which I already knew because I had reported the developer head, which was Koji at the time, to like a private sector of the moderation team for NMAS. So we were talking about it, and we're like, hey, this guy's leaking everything, what's gonna happen? I was worrying about shit I shouldn't have to worry about. It's like he's kind of like showing this off, and marketing's gonna be having all these issues because, again, you know, I had worked a lot in marketing, so it affected me in a way it shouldn't have, because this wasn't my position. I wasn't getting paid or anything, but it was affecting me because I'm kind of one of those guys where it's like, fuck it, I'll do it myself type of thing. So I had spoken to him. We had spoken a little bit, but at that point I reached out to him, got an interview, got him to answer a bunch of questions, became really, really friendly. I created a nice space in my own Discord for him to be in, along with Bond, and a couple other developers from Bluehole at the time. And then the community would just talk to them and stuff like that. That's what I wanted. You know, I wanted a nice, transparent area where people would fucking talk. You know what I mean? So that went on for a while. Eventually, NMAS actually shut down. KRAFTON took over, which was a really good thing. Very exciting, because... oh man, my juice, it's done. Because that meant that, okay, we had the studio head at the time, which was Koji. He's already transparent with everybody. Everything's going well. So I offered to help them as a moderator or whatever, helping them with content and stuff like that. Completely free. Like, it was known. I had no problem with it. I really loved what we were doing. So we did that. Eventually a contract was drawn up where they wanted me to be a partner for them. We kind of discussed in detail for a long time. Like, it was nights. Like, sometimes it would be 3, 4 in the morning. For them it was like in the afternoon or some shit like that. But we would be talking all night, discussing terms, what I would be getting paid, which, spoiler alert, I was really not paid that much whatsoever. And the only thing that I was paid for was the items that I would create later on, which I'll get into afterwards. But all the moderation stuff, all the community management stuff that I did, all the eventually the social media stuff I would take over. All the Twitter interactions, that was me. All of the we didn't take care of Facebook, but I did pretty much create all of the images that were photoshopped and like for marketing material. That was me. The headers and the profile pictures and so on and so forth. So I took on a lot of roles, but it was completely free. I shouldn't have. It actually became an article. I think like somebody on some website was complaining about it, that I was taking all these roles and it was kind of a conflict of interest. But it was at the time, yeah. But the contract that I got was for being a partner for making content. So I didn't get paid anything in terms of monetary stuff. They would pay me 10,000 TERA coin, which was equal to like $100 of TERA coin monthly, with free 30-day elite status gold. And that was it. Eventually, when the battle pass came, they would just give me the battle pass. So they didn't want me to spend money, pretty much. It was kind of their way to like pay me, which, I mean, it's still not payment, but whatever. So once I got to... no, this was before that, actually. This was after that, sorry. So once I signed that, Koji and I in Bonn, it was mostly Koji and me though. We would have a lot of nights. People don't know this, but we would have a lot of nights where we would just talk nonstop. Like sometimes he'd go home, he'd be drinking, and I'd be in bed sleeping, or I'd be in bed ready to sleep, but I'd stay up to 3, 4 in the morning, 5 in the morning sometimes until 8 in the morning, and we'd just be texting about ideas of how to make TERA better, some cool implementations. We had a bunch of cool stuff, and I love that. We would talk about giving community a voice. I'm talking Korean for a second. Giving the community a voice. Trying to elevate the morale in the community, really being against pay to win, being against a lot of those elements, and creating a fun environment for everybody. And that happened for a long time. We did that for hours, for days, for weeks. And then we started working on my brand stuff for the game. So a lot of the materials, we had a lot of in-depth like vocal discussions. Like there would be conference meetings that we would be talking about. Sometimes it'd be weekly, bi-weekly. We'd be talking about this, and I would draw like an idea. I don't have a picture here. It was my old PC, so I think I deleted it. But just ideas of what I wanted. I came up with the idea of the puppets, as a footstep with the gold originally. And in fact, a fun fact for this, the gold that was dropping was supposed to drop like little bits of silver for players to pick it up. And we had a lot of ideas for that, but it became an issue where not that it was exploited, because it really wasn't, because it was very little gold. It was just a problem with the programming, so it didn't really work. But that was the original idea. It's like people would run around kind of like it was like a funny take on the pay to win, just like little crumbs, like, can I get some crumbs of coins? So every time somebody would use my footsteps and they'd run around, the players around, they could like be the first person to grab a coin or whatever. So that was the cool idea. The second one was amounts, which didn't end up working. We had an NPC that was going to be designed with a little side quest line for people to get rewarded with stuff and events. We had a lot of cool stuff. A lot of it didn't get worked on because then KRAFTON started working on Elion, or rather starting like pushing on it. So a lot of the team members would go to Elion or they would leave. And at some point, as everybody know, Koji would leave. And Koji left. I'm not going to talk about his reasons. But it just wasn't a good time there. Bluehole was not a good environment at the time. It's all I will say. It's not my place to talk about it, but he would leave. I would be left to talk with Jaehee, which was the marketing team leader, I guess, and she was awesome. She is an amazing person. She pretty bad at time management, but that's not her fault whatsoever. That's because she's literally like always doing translations, the marketing, the cash shop, the bug reports, and so on and so forth. So I kind of felt bad because, first of all, you're doing a lot of positions and you're not getting paid for it. You're getting paid for one, which is one thing that the gaming industry is known for, is you can do 1 billion jobs and only get paid for one. So I felt bad. Bon eventually left also, which he was kind of like the main translator and for the patch notes and stuff like that, marketing. But Koji, for a few months there, I mean, he had his son. He was unemployed. He was looking for a job. He was thinking about going back to Japan because everybody in Korea was not like hiring. So eventually he did settle on a place that he got his own studio, which is Challenger Studios over at Nimble Neuron. He started working on a really cool game. I don't want to say it's a port because it's not a port. It's a game that is completely different from its predecessor. So that was that. He was settled. He started hiring people. He got Bon. Bon is doing his own stuff, his marketing and stuff like that. Then he talked to me, and he hired a GM at the time. His name was Jason. Jason hired me as their community manager. So it all worked out. So so that's my history. So like I've been very involved with TERA, right? So down to the fucking like brass tacks, right? So after Koji and Bon had left, I had only to speak with Jae-hee, who, if I spoke with her, she would kind of like pass it along to the event manager at the time. I forgot his name. I think it was Eric. I don't remember. And the product manager at the time, or producer. So a lot of messages I would send sometimes would not be replied to, or they would be quiet. Whenever they started implementing the stigma system, I started saying, this looks a lot like pay to win, man. It's going to cause a lot of issues. We
need to open these doors somehow.
Let's not do this. Let's find another way. I had a lot of concerns about how to monetize the game, because it's free to play, yes, and the population was dwindling. I mean, everybody knows. And I came up with a lot of strategic things, a lot of creative ideas to make money, because that was my position, but without implementing gameplay, without like a cause for concern for gameplay. A lot of, 99% of those ideas were completely ignored, I guess I would say. And I mean, I still have an NDA, so I can't talk about a lot of stuff, but it would not, how do I say it? They were trying their best to survive an economy that was dwindling, I guess you can say, and prove their worth to their higher ups. Trying to word this properly. I don't want to get in trouble. Let's see. They tried their best to prove their worth to their higher ups by showing revenue. That's the best way I can put it. So what they didn't know is this was causing a lot of clash of integrities. Rar, you said it, not me. So they were trying to increase revenue. I'm trying not to. I still have an NDA, man. I mean, they can still like do shit. So I saw a lot of issues with that, and I told them, you can make money in a game. First of all, your battle pass is $30. The first one made sense. There was a lot of shit in it, and the value itself surpassed the $30. Cool. The subscription service that they had already, extremely expensive. Why are we paying, what was it, $30 for Gold Elite, when you would get way more customers buying Gold Elite, even Silver, if it was maybe $15. That was a conversation so many times. My God, you guys have no idea how much I talked about that. They just would not go for it. They needed to make that revenue. So I was like, okay, cool, whatever. The battle pass. Why is that $30? You guys are making everybody spend $60 a month on a game that's free to play, when people are already going to spend money on cosmetics, which, by the way, for the strangest reason. So, a little sidetrack here. When you put a game into a publisher setting, so if I have a game, let's call it Boob Online. All right, and I'm developing a lot of bras. I'm designing all these bras. I'm hoping that I'll get like maybe $50 to $100 from each of these bras. So what I do is I give it to the publisher. The publisher usually fronts the money. Let's say Johnny Entertainment. They're publishing my game in the West. So they'll take a loss and they'll try to sell them for $14, $15, because at the end of the day, by selling them a little bit lower, people will buy them, right? And if you make them a little bit tradable, not causing any like influx situations with the economy, you can buy them and sell them for gold, right? So all these bras would be sold. With TERA, they had a lot of these items they wanted to sell. Okay, originally with NMAS, and I can talk about this now because that NDA is gone, like it's dead. But the developer at the time, I'm trying to still use my analogy. If they made like a golden bra, cosmetic only, right? A golden bra. I don't know why I'm talking about boobs and bras. Golden bra, but they made also a golden bra that was very sparkly. They really want you to buy that sparkly one and make at least $100 from that because of the design that went into it, right? A lot of the work that went into it. So how do they make that money? Either they sell it for $100 or they put it as a really, really low chance to a loot box, guaranteeing to at least make $50. Possibly. Unless you're super lucky. All right. So my confusion with this is, okay, so we had certain prices with the publisher. The publisher was taking a loss again, you know, and they're paying upfront of it. So those prices are low. Why, when we're directly with the developer, are the prices higher? That makes literally no sense. First of all, any sales that would have been made through the publisher, all those sales cuts and or sales how do I call it, sales portions, because you know, if it's like through Sony takes a portion, if it's through Microsoft takes a portion, and if it was through NMAS as well, they would take a portion, and then some of the portion, the remaining portion, would go to the developer, right? So if we're cutting all those portions and it's now just Sony, Microsoft, and the developer, why are the prices higher? This was such an ongoing conversation that nobody, like, I wish I could have told people. Like, it would piss me off. And so I was being ignored quite a bit. I was confused quite a bit. I didn't understand. Then they started creating this stigma system, which at first I was like, can you earn them in game? Because if you can put it on the cash shop, I get it. If they're earnable in game and maybe you can get a better version in game, then okay. Also, why are there all this ghosting with this DLSS? So I had a lot of issues with that. The first time I was like, okay, whatever, I get it. And then they started putting the superior stigma system and a bunch of other shit. And I had an issue with this a long time ago with Innerwear and Dragons and them having crit factor and shit like that, which I tried to play it off as like, okay, I was promised for a long time that all those 2.0 and then 2.5 Dragons would go into the game itself so players can have a chance to get them. But at the same time, they could purchase them if they wanted to, but like a fancier looking one rather than an ugly ass one. So you can get an ugly ass one that gives you the same effect, or get a really pretty one, which is supposed to be, the whole FOMO type of thing. It's like, ooh, I really want one. Oh my god, and there's a lot of collectors out there. So that's how I would have done it. That's how I was promised it for a long time. I guess not, but whatever. So disregarding that, they started putting so much stuff. I knew ahead of time that development would kind of, I wouldn't say cease, but slow down significantly, because I knew, well, first of all, the COVID thing. A lot of the times there would be a COVID case in the office, and so everybody would have to work from home. But it got so used to it that it was like, okay, whatever. But then people started leaving the company. There was like maybe 12 people left in the actual team. Nobody from the PC team wanted to help them, which I get it. And I also get that they were trying to prove their worth and like show the higher ups, hey, we're worth it, invest some money into us by us temporarily like showing you a huge revenue increase. And obviously did not work. But I was just kind of getting a little messed up with it. So I knew that there was going to be some significant losses. I knew ahead of time before they told anybody, hey, Saru, chances are we're going to have a patch every 3 months. 3 to 6 months, depending on it, because there's so much work that we need to do. We want to really solidify the process of the game, but there are a lot of issues with it, and we really want to make it good. Cool. So I'm already like on the edge because, like, first of all, everybody's coming to me, right? And they're going to the Twitter, which is literally me, or they're coming to my YouTube, which again is me, or my Facebook, which is me, or the Facebook groups, which is me, or Reddit and DMing me there, or Discord DMing me there. But what the fuck's happening? What's happening with the next gen version? You know how many times I've had to told maybe soon, or some gift saying, hey, soon. I don't know. Eventually, they just said, hey, we have to postpone it until I don't know when. How do I tell people that? I never even told anybody. I just gave. I was like, this isn't even my job. I'm not even getting paid for this. Why am I getting so worried for this? Like, what the fuck? Like, how do you tell a community, hey, the shit you're waiting for? Chances are you're not gonna see it for a long time, if ever. So, all good, I guess. We had the interview lined up. I was like, okay, we can make a better version of this. We can actually go ahead and make everything good. I'll create an interview with you guys, with the new producer, with you, Jae-hee. We can do it on voice if you want. And I guess I'm not putting Jae-hee on blast. She's only doing her job. She's trying her best. And my issues is more with the higher ups and the issues that get for this. Right, so yeah, I get paid 100. What's 10K? What's it called? TERA coin. I don't even fucking play the game. Like, I literally went. I hadn't played for like maybe 4 months. I had $400 worth. I went in one day and I just gave it all out because I was like, I don't know. That was like months ago. It was for Christmas or something. But she's just doing her job. But again, I didn't know what to say. I didn't know what to do. So I had a lot of issues with that. A lot of issues with what was going on. And for a long time, I stopped playing. I got my PC, which is not an excuse. Like, the reason why I got my PC wasn't to primarily play on it, because like the CPU I got on it is literally just for like content creation. Like, I mean, it's good for gaming, obviously, but the reason I paid so much for it is like, okay, I'm going to invest in content creation for TERA and for console games. During that time, I started seeing more and more, I don't want to say greed, but a lot of money that they were trying to get from the community rather than seeing it from a way of, hey, you're asking for a lot, but you're not delivering on any of these things that you're asking for. I'm going around and they're sending out press releases, but they're also quoting me, right? All these magazines and shit, they're quoting me. I mean, they don't know they're quoting me, but I know that they're quoting me, like on Twitter. Like, you would see all these fucking websites. It's like, hey, TERA said this, TERA said that. They're gonna do this, but that's me. So how? And then they're like not actually delivering it whatsoever. Even right now, KRAFTON went on to said that they have a new investment or whatever, and Bluehole is working on for TERA PC and console, new dungeons, new areas, new classes. However vague that is. We had a new class that was being worked on for console. That got fucking destroyed because the game designer that was working on it basically quit. Koji eventually quit. Bond eventually quit, and it was postponed indefinitely because they were like, "Hey, yeah, we don't want to invest in this right now. We want to work on our current things." And I'm like, you just, first of all, you tell me to like kind of promote this. Everybody's looking for this. This is your shit. This is what everyone's looking for. TERA Console, why is it so different? Because we're doing things different. Okay. It's supposed to be different, not worse. So now, you know, everyone's kind of like, sorry, where's the new class? Sorry, where's the class? I don't fucking know. And I don't have the heart to tell everybody it's being postponed indefinitely until like whenever the fuck they decide. So there were a lot of reasons for that. So I kind of stopped making a lot of content around TERA and decided, okay, there's going to be an opportunity to expand and work on other videos and other games and stuff like that. So I'll do that. So eventually I stopped really logging on. There were a lot of issues, not just with balancing in the game, but, you know, considering that I'm supposed to be your voice of the community and I'm supposed to be like this dude that is partnering with you, that I have my name on a contract with you. I have like direct access to you, and you're not listening to me about these issues with your classes, about priests being absolutely cancerous, about the ping in the servers are being like the worst they've ever been ever since crossplay. And you know, I'm not being entitled. I'm not saying, hey, my class is broken, can you fix it? I'm just saying, you're fixing all these other classes. Can you listen to me as someone that's played this class for longer than you've been in this position, in this job, and actually listen to me and tell you that this class should not be working this way, and that it's affecting a lot of players, not just me, because not all of us live in the West. Like, you know, PST time type of thing. Oh, so, you know, a lot of issues with those, and eventually I was like, whatever, I'm done, I'm good. I'll keep, if they need my opinion, I'll keep doing it, I guess. Don't know why. I tried leaving last year when my contract was up, which was I think it was June of last year, which was the first time and last time I got paid. Which, again, if I said earlier in this stream, which has gone on for way too long, it was like 50 minutes of me talking. I think I got 10% of the sales. I can't remember. We made the package that I had designed and worked on. And again, you know, this is not their fault because like I signed on to it and I agreed to it. Was I got paid way less than I was supposed to, and I was not told how the payment was supposed to go through. So I think it was like $15,000 or $20,000. That no, I didn't make that. Before you all freak out and clip that shit. It's how much was made total from that package alone. I think it was like, I think it was $20,000 to $30,000. I can't remember. And I got, I think it was $1,100, and that included the 10. That was the 10% that I agreed to just from the package itself. The 15% that I was supposed to get was from the footsteps, which not a lot of people bought. That was 15% of the sales. What that wasn't told is that the percentage would come not as the primary, let's say $40,000, whatever it was, right? It was after the revenue sales from like the cuts from Sony and Microsoft. So they take their own percentages, right? Sony and Microsoft takes their own percentages, so depending where you bought them from. And then KRAFTON would take their percentage, and then I would take the 10 or 15% of that. So that was the first and last time. It took 6 months for me to get paid. I don't blame them again, because Sony and Microsoft do their payouts every 3 months, if I remember correctly. Haven't been paid yet. I don't think anyone's bought it again, so whatever. I'm saying, like, I got $1,000 for 2 years. That's all I'm saying. Putting that out there. All right. I don't think I'm supposed. I'm not. It's not in my NDA that I can't say that. You know. So there you go. I got paid. I think it was $1,100 American. I think it was. Was it 1,100? I can't remember. Whatever. It was under $2,000. You know, in comparison to like $30,000. So, anyways, so anytime they would reach out to me, I would help them. If they needed help with moderation or Discord bots or whatever, which I would set up, I was like, whatever, sure. You know, it's like this nostalgia thing. I love TERA, and I'll help them if I can. Hopefully for the better. And again, like I said, you want to be better, not worse. So I don't know what the fuck's happening here. You want to be different from PC to attract new demographics, not be worse than PC. So, I was good up until I think yesterday. I got an email for press releases. Again, no one had told me this from Bluehole. This is the worst part. And I've been experimenting a lot with my music for the last 5-ish years, because normally I do a lot of metal music. I do a lot of screaming and a lot of melodic death metal and stuff like that. But I've been experimenting on like ballads and kind of like popish stuff, just because I was bored. Like nothing actually like came out of that, but just to try it out. But I'm really heavy on like, yo, the world is fucking ending and no one really gives a shit. You know, I wrote a song at the time where the Australia fires were happening. I don't know if anyone remembers that. That was like 2017 or 18. And the fucking country was just on fire. And people just wanted their virtual signaling on Twitter and Facebook, and they would be like, I support this, but they don't actually give a shit like they're doing anything. And a lot of people are like that for everything. So I found out in my press release, again, not directly from anybody on Bluehole, even though I'm supposed to be partnered with them, that they're going to be start working on NFTs. If you don't know what NFTs are, it's this absolutely stupid scam going around where you can buy, I guess the best way to put it is you can buy a receipt for an image that's up for sale, for you to have proof that you own this digital image. And the way those payments go through is always through like Ethereum or Bitcoin or whatever. And I don't know if anyone's seen like the world in the last 2 years. It's absolutely been a shit show. There's literally no parts in the world for PCs or PlayStation 5s or Xboxes. Well, my Xbox is a little bit more, but because everyone's been Bitcoin farming and shit like that. Now, after all that, there's these NFT shit happening, and everybody's farming that, and the amount of issues that's causing to the environment, nobody fucking cares. So, I got an email saying, yeah, Bluehole KRAFTON, was it Activision? No. I don't want to say the wrong word. You know what? Let me pull it up on my phone. I'll actually like give you a straight up thing. This happened February 9th, so like I found out less. You guys can look up like KRAFTON or Bluehole NFT. They're working on this metaverse bullshit. Let's see. There's a bunch of other companies, but I didn't want to like Ubisoft. They're doing some NFTs for Rabbids for the metaverse. But look at this. KRAFTON goes NFT. KRAFTON, the parent company of Bluehole, developer of the widely successful PUBG game, which has registered revenue of more than $300 million last year. Apparently not like 10% of that could have gone to TERA Console, but whatever. Is pivoting to compete in the world of metaverse and NFT projects. The company announced on February 8th it had acquired equity in 2 companies, Soul Auction Blue for $2.5 million and X by Blue $4 million to create art purchasing platforms and offer NFT avatars and other projects based on PUBG Battlegrounds franchises and TERA. So, first of all, the entire gaming community in the entire world are against NFTs. So, when I had heard Bluehole is going into NFTs, hey, another way for TERA to make money off people without actually fucking listening. Oh man, that was my last straw, man. So I read that yesterday, I think it was. You know what's funny? I never even put a game title on here. I probably should. Dying Light 2, but not actually playing it. Feels bad. So that was for me. I was like, hey, they're not listening to the community. They're not listening to anybody. They're absolutely tone deaf of everything that's happening in the entire world. Now they're trying to find a way to make even more money from the community. I'm good. I'm done. I sent my message to the marketing team. Don't know if they got it. Probably message me back in a month or two. And I said, I'm done. I'm out. We're good. My partnership's done with you guys. Contract says I can do it. I can leave at any point. So I'm done. And then I made a little. I think I was watching. I was watching a show with my lady, and while we were watching it, I went on Photoshop, made a quick little note, and I said, "I'm good." So that's what I did. Also, where am I supposed to take this? Like, I've been here for like an hour. I feel like I'm supposed to go up here. So I left because I see. I left because I found out that clearly they don't listen. That I get it's a business, but you're making money to make money rather than making money to fucking game. Like, you're trying to make people like play your game, and instead of actually playing the game, everyone's now focused on spending money. Oh, sorry, Pawn Star. If you just came to the stream, like, I've been talking about something for like the last hour. I'm sorry. It was just like a little story. So, anyways, how to make more money in Dying Light 2? Sell shit. I have almost 60,000. Feels good, man. So yeah, I'm good. I'm still working with Koji and his new company. We have some cool stuff. He has a lot of new projects. I'm very excited about that. A lot of games. You know, I'm hoping that's actually good joggers, because I have like shitty ones. You see, like this one, like, my god. Don't be like me and just drop shit. Oh, is it a... Where am I? Swords of Legends. I do. Yes, I do. So I'll talk about Swords of Legends in a minute here. So yeah, that was my departure from TERA in terms of their creative strategic partner. So I have no idea what's going to happen with the community. I have no idea what's going to happen with their social media. I I kind of stopped talking to everybody. I thought they would notice. I did already teach them how to deal with Discord webhooks in order to alert the community. Originally, it was all me. A lot of the media that you would see for like the patch notes, I don't know who's gonna do that now, but yeah. So I do feel bad. I feel bad that I've pretty much abandoned in a lot of ways the TERA community, but I hope they understand that, you know, it's in terms of integrity for me.
Now, I'll just plug this cable in. It might work.
And I don't believe in a lot of the stuff that is being done, so I hope everybody will understand.
Just want to get to that database and get out of here.
You're doing great. Just
I did, yeah. I stopped playing TERA.
Helping me. You're taking quite a risk.
I promised I'd help you, right?
Okay, I get it. Just hold tight. I'll get there as fast as I can.
Thanks.
So Swords of Legends. Swords of Legends, for lack of a better word, dead. But I mean, everyone now, everybody and their mom, including myself and my entire guild, we're all pretty much just waiting for 2.0, which is called the Firestorm Legacy, which has a completely different game. New classes, new areas, new systems, everything's just better. So I did release like a little teaser stuff. I was gonna make a video on the Firestorm Legacy, everything that comes with it. So because I know it's gonna be free to play on March 3rd, yeah. But there are issues that come with that. You know, obviously, then going to be more congested servers. But everyone right now, we're all waiting for the free-to-play launch. Everybody that bought the game, it gets like $125 to $150 worth of value, depending on like where you are, depending on your currency exchange, I guess. So you get that. What else do you get? You get the 2.0 update, which is really good. And a bunch of other stuff. But anyways, content creators were actually invited to play the 2.0 patch ahead of time. Starting today, actually. This morning. But somebody, I don't know who, there are a lot of reasons for this, but somebody out there, someone that was in the content creator partner team, decided to share the access code of the server, which, first of all, there's an issue with that altogether. I'll explain why afterwards. But they shared, we were told specifically, you can bring 1 or 2 friends, don't tell anybody else, don't tell anybody this passcode. We don't want the servers to have any issues. Okay, cool. I invited two friends. Yeah, 2 friends. And you know what? I'll fucking tell you. It was one of my officers from the guild, and she's actually super, super active. She's an amazing player. Loves to dig into the game and like not even just the game, just anything in general, and try to figure out why shit works the way it does. I loved it. So that was my reason for inviting her. And the other one was Tora. If you know who she is, cool. For being just a badass in the community, always helping everybody. So this morning I wake up early. I'm like, cool, let's do it. I'm gonna go fucking play this amazing patch. Come to find out that a content creator had decided to share the passcode with his entire community. I don't know who it is. They apparently do. And the servers were inaccessible. No one could fucking go into the servers. It completely broke the entire server. So Not saying that I'm blaming anybody, but if I were to blame anybody, it would be that person. So the servers were inaccessible. Nobody was allowed to. There was a lot of issues with the server, the client itself. The localization had a bug where a lot of the descriptions and titles would say a number instead of like the actual like thing it was supposed to say, and a bunch of other stuff. A lot of issues with the way the game works in that client. So they had to postpone it until next week. Possibly going to be during the week. Probably going to be next weekend. That's still... So I had to postpone my video, which fucking sucks. Because I pretty much hyped everybody up. I was like, yo, let's go. Give me all your questions. And I collected them quite a bit. And I was going to do a video on literally everything that's coming out with that patch. So I can't do that without the actual server. So that's been delayed. So that means the video has been delayed, obviously, which sucks. But hopefully people understand. So here's the issue that I was mentioning is, first of all, there shouldn't even be an unlimited amount of access with one passcode. Because, like, everybody got a passcode for the server, but anybody can just fucking, like, download it. They can copy that passcode, give it to anybody, and then that code will allow them to download the client or the server, I guess, the version of 2.0, like early access. There's so many issues with that, like so many security issues, especially in like a Forge Master setting. And Forge Masters are what basically Gameforge calls their content creator program, and literally all of them are fucking dead. Like nobody does a single piece of content. Every single one of them complains that there's no marketing for the game, that there's no advertising for the game. And yet not a single one of them actually does advertising for the game or makes a video. So, like, contradiction there. So, there's maybe 200 Forge Masters and literally like 4 of us that actually make content for Sword Legends. Which reminds me of literally the NMAS program all over again. But anyways, that's what happened with Swords of Legends. That's what happened with TERA. Hopefully that answers anybody's questions. You can refer them to this long-ass stream of me ranting. I wasn't really ranting, though, but just a lot of history. And how do I like Dying Light 2? I really love it. I had to do some modifications. So I have my own mod, which kind of makes my grappling hook pretty fun. Makes it like a Spider-Man, sort of. I'm inside a building, so you can't necessarily see it. My stamina is gone because the stamina system in this game is kind of poopy. The immunity is gone too. I modified that away because again, that's poopy. Because every like 10 minutes, I would have to like take my puffer, or else I'll turn into a zombie and die. So.
Smart move. Rerouting the circuit.
Yeah, saved my life a few times.
It's modified, but I really enjoy it, yeah.
Should we get going?
Yes.
Everybody went to Lost Ark, and I don't blame them. It's super successful.
This way.
But I don't... It's not my type of game, you know. I wish it was.
You finally know what happened to your sister.
There are so many cool things with that game.
I don't remember them. Just her.
But I hate the top-down.
We were a good team.
I'm not a fan of Path of Exile or Diablo or
No.
You don't know what?
Well,
I can't think of any.
really know who I am.
League of
We're
Legends.
all different people than we were 15 years ago. We all got lost.
How do you modify it? So I'm playing the PC version. I mean, you can see the controller because I'm using my PS5 controller, but I'm actually on the PC version. So if you have the PC version, I can give you some mods that are pretty good.
It's locked again.
What now?
Yeah, Lost Ark is really cool.
Terminal is inactive. The security system
But-
isolated this area.
I don't trust Amazon in the least.
I've got an idea. Try to find the officer's room. There's a security desk. We could try to operate the door locks from there. You should be able
How do you
to
get
use your
crossbow? The
GRE
crossbow
on it.
is
You sure know
by
a lot about this building.
Please just insert the key
helping,
and select
the
emergency
peacekeepers quite a
unlock on
bit.
the screen.
I
I'll
think you
explain
give
everything to
them
you when we're
the
done.
water tower. I think it is. Or the radio tower. Something. So I modified it because like you have to kind of build, what's it called? Your bolts. So there's arrows for your bow and arrow, if you have a bow and arrow, or your crossbow bolts, which you can do impact bolts, which are really cool. Because like once you hit somebody, they'll just go off flying. Or lacerating, which gives them a bleed, like a damage over time. There's the freeze ones, which are really cool, kind of freezes them. And the toxic one, which again, damage over time, kind of causes them to vomit. So the modify that I did, the modification, is it makes the crossbow pretty much an AK-47, and it has unlimited bolts and arrows, or bolts and arrows, because I am too lazy to keep crafting them. So you can just keep shooting. It's a little OP, but I only use it like in tight spaces. But it's pretty easy to modify.
But we may have another
It's as
problem.
simple as putting a file
Stuck
into
I need to find a way
a
out.
directory.
Can I help you somehow?
I don't think so. Just stay where you are.
Okay. Oh, this opened. Yeah, the crossbow you get, like I said, let me look at the map here. Also, for those that were watching for the TERA stuff and the Swords of Legend stuff, thank you for stopping by. Hopefully it answered your questions. Sorry that I kind of went off on a loop there. Alright, so if you... I can't remember where... Oh, I need to discover this actually. I can't remember where. Somewhere. As you can see, I'm pretty much giving everything to the... to the peacekeepers. You know why? It's because the survivors kind of fucked me up. Or... I almost said over, and then I said up, and then I said ope. They fucked me up. So, when you start the game, the survivors pretty much try to hang you. Which is shitty. And I was like, what the fuck, bro? And then one of the storylines in here, over at the bazaar, it's a little bit of a spoiler, it's a side quest. Pretty much you help a kid, he's looking for his dog, and then these two kids are missing, so you start the quest with the mom, so you talk to the mom, and then you find out that the kids are best friends with the little kid who has the dog, and you find out that the kids went to play with the dog, but really they were actually hunting him to kill him, and then give it to their mom as a gift for food to eat them, which fucked me up. I was like, what the fuck, bro? And so that was kind of my defining moment. And what messed me up was they were only friends with the little kid just for the dog, just so they could kill the dog to give it to their mom. That's fucked up, man. So I'm good with peacekeepers. Kind of dicks sometimes, not gonna lie, but it's been good. The parkour upgrades, I know, like, I know. The thing is like, there's some really good stuff here. That, like, here's your crossbow, for example. You'll get it after you give a fourth, but Things like the pendulum traps and the UV traps kind of reminds me of Dying Light 1. I really, really love Dying Light 1. Especially like the car traps and not the razor cannon because I haven't actually used that. The electrical traps. So these, I don't really use these, man. The air vents, there's a bunch of air vents already. You know what I mean? And I've modified the game in such a way that I don't need air vents. And I'll show you that after like I'm done here. Like once I get, oh shit, there's someone behind me. Once I get out of this, I see that one standing there for no reason. You see him? What the fuck? He's like, yo, you just killed all my friends, bro. What the fuck? Yeah, I don't mind. Look at that. He's just standing there. I don't know what's... Oh, he's dead. I just killed him too quick, I guess. Oh, my bad. Yeah, I'll show you the rest of the mods once I'm outside. Kind of hard right now. Because I'm inside, so you can't see everything. But if you stick around, you'll be able to see it all. Thank you for everything you've done. To be honest, you've done a lot for each community. I appreciate that, Fear No Threat. I know I'm a little late there.
Director, Field Laboratories Department.
Oh, shit, she was a director? What a lying bitch.
GRE Doctor my ass.
Yeah, she said mid-level.
Seems to be Veronica's office.
Yeah, I can give you the mods on Discord or something, I guess. Just come over to my Discord.
Boy. Maybe her son.
And then after the stream, I could give it to you. It's discord.gg/Sarumonin.
Seems there was another Veronica Ryan, director, Field Labs Department.
I was going to tell you.
You lying
Why
hoe.
are you helping me? Are you working with Waltz?
Waltz? No, never. Even back then, I didn't. Waltz had his own research team.
But you knew about the experiments, how they used kids. Me and my sister.
That's why I'm here, Aiden. I cannot forget what we did here. That we let you down. All those kids in pain and no cure to show for it.
Cure? We were 5, for fuck's sake.
Small children showed natural immunity to the virus. We saw a correlation between age, brain development, and infection severity. That's why they were experimenting on you. The GRE, the world, needed you. You seemed our only hope. I'm sorry.
Was it worth it? I mean, did you even come close to a cure?
We were close. But the virus, it finally reached the complex.
So, were you involved in those experiments?
No. The tests on children were all performed at a laboratory. Here we were gathering data and compiling research. I was here when it all happened. Team members began to turn, and things quickly spiraled out of control. One by one. We were locked inside, hiding, sneaking around through those dark corridors and ventilation
I'm sorry if
shafts.
I'm bored. Sorry, I don't even know what I just said. I'm sorry if you're bored, not me. I haven't played this storyline, so I have no idea.
He was 5 back then, too.
What happened to your
What
son?
happened to him?
I managed
That's
to
not what I
find the
said.
shaft leading to the main entrance. I told Paul to wait for me. I kissed him, and I told him to wait until I made sure the entrance was safe. He clung to me. Didn't want to let me go. When I came back for him,
He was
he was
gone.
gone. I was only away for 15 minutes. I spent the next week looking for him. And then the rest of my life crying. I should have known. He was a kid. Scared. Alone.
I'm sorry. You were trying to take him out of here. How could you know?
Anyway. We all have our own stories of the past. Let's concentrate on what happens next.
Let's
Okay.
go.
Let's go.
I'm hoping I can go outside so I can show you the mod, but in its entirety. But I think we're going deep into the world of Dying Light. I think I have 3 mods. Let me think, maybe 4. I have mine, which combines a bunch of them. I have extra zombies.
So, we going
The
in?
crossbow. I forgot about the
Hope you
crossbow.
find what you've been looking for.
And
All of TERA'S data is in there, Aiden.
What's up?
Damn it, I don't know.
We'll try it again.
then one other thing I can't remember.
It's stuck.
There is one called I Am Legion,
Fuck it, I'll go.
but I don't want to use it.
Done
I'm
with
gonna
it.
use.
It's time for answers.
Oh, what's happening here?
Oh, wow. Here we go. Veronica, what's going on? Talk to me, Veronica. Are you okay?
Looks like we tripped an alarm.
Decontamination procedure? That can't be good.
It's not. Chemical decontamination's deadly.
But how do we stop it?
I don't know.
Oh boy.
Veronica!
Hell no, bro.
Veronica?
I can't stop it.
Do something!
I'm thinking.
So think faster.
Blockers. I still have one. You have to find one for yourself.
Any idea where to look?
The control room. Maybe they kept some there. Go. Find the control room.
Procedure ready to begin.
Find a way up. Hurry. Control room. Upstairs.
I found a way up.
I know, I fucking know! I found one.
That's it.
Alright, now comes the fun part.
Aiden, did you make it? Aiden?
How do you make your own mods? You modify. Pretty much, you modify the original files. Grapple hook. Yeah, that's part of my mod. It makes it a little more stronger.
I think we're safe now.
That's good to hear.
A little more clown move.
Are you serious? Yeah, do it.
Cross your fingers, Aiden. The moment of truth.
The moment of truth.
Damn, it's broken.
Oh no, you shitting me?
Yeah, I am. It's just an old system. Wait. Give me the key.
Authorization granted.
I like how he just casually gives everybody the key, even though they've all betrayed him with the key.
Wanna check first?
Mia, bro.
Search for Mia.
Is that your sister?
Yes.
It's literally the storyline, man. We've been looking for Mia.
Impossible. She was there. With me.
I'm searching. Sorry, Aiden. Records show no patients named Mia.
God! It's impossible. I will check my name. Aiden.
Aiden. There's one record. Among the youngest children. Year 2020. Aiden Caldwell? Is that your surname?
Well, it is now. What does it say?
Data classified. Only one note. Warning. Patient shows an above-average tolerance to the substance. Most tests performed. Exemplary results. Aiden? You alright?
Yes, think so. Is there anything else?
No. That's all.
Waltz.
Checking. One record. Clinical studies. Substance 1354. Study abandoned. All patients discharged from the center.
Look through all the names.
Patient discharged.
All of them?
Yes.
Damn it. No info on where they ended up? Or about this substance, 1354 or something?
I'm sorry, Aiden. There's more. The substance was also tested on some infected at GRE facilities across the city. To no avail.
Oh, I wonder if that's how they made the...
Run and supervised from X-13. It was eventually shut down, as was X-13 itself.
So anything more about this X-13?
In here? I doubt it. But I heard about it. X-13 was a hub of GRE operations.
And the substance, you know what it is?
There were so many tests and clinical studies, Aiden. Let me search the database for the research data. Something's wrong.
What do you mean?
It says a procedure's been initiated.
Another procedure?
I'm looking... Lots of data. Started, then paused 11 years ago. Resumed a few days ago in X-10. There's also a map. Several locations are marked, including the observatory.
What the hell does it all mean?
I have no idea, but...
Intruder alert. Intruder alert.
Infected?
They must be here somewhere.
Oh, the renegades!
Renegades.
they must have followed us.
There's no time. Hurry, take the key, hide yourself somewhere, and lock yourself in. I'll deal with them.
Aiden, we don't know how many there are.
I'll handle it.
Pawnstar, if you haven't used the some of the weapon mods in the game, I don't mean like actual modifications. I mean like add-ons for the game. Like you could put like fire stuff. Oh, there's a funny one, like this one. Wingardium Leviosa. Oh, you know what? I wonder if there's an Easter egg in this game where you can get the Harry Potter broom. It's kind of stupid. Let me see if I can. It's called broom. I don't think it works. Oh, it does work in here. It's a little funky, but it works. Oh. Okay, I need to not use that. Okay, what was I doing?
Monica, you alright?
Yes, but I have bad news. These locations on the GRE system, they appear to be targets. Targets for missile strikes.
Missile strikes? What are you talking about?
The failsafe protocol. We don't have much time. Listen, this marks Riverend and Garrison. That's in the central loop. People live there. You have to warn Frank.
Okay. Okay, I will. Frank, your neighborhood is marked on some tactical map. You have to tell people to evacuate.
What?
No time to explain. Just clear everyone out of there, Frank.
How can I warn them? I got no way to send out an emergency broadcast. I'll try to reach as many as possible.
God, shit.
Open the fuck up!
I didn't even
Wait
close
here.
that door.
I'll try to get through to them from above and take them out. You're safe here.
Don't worry about my jump.
Heard a lot about you.
Want an autograph?
Let's go, bro. Yeah. Ooh.
Aiden! Aiden, I'm trapped! I really don't like this!
Hold on.
Medicine. You know, I wonder what's actually in here. Mod also helps with the jumps, as you can tell.
Veronica, I think it's safe now, but we have to get going. Veronica?
Oh boy, she betrayed.
Veronica? You there?
I'm telling you, every time I give a key to somebody.
Veronica? Talk to me.
I had to get out, Aiden. I'm sorry. I felt trapped in there.
Okay, where are you?
I headed towards the elevators.
Veronica? What's happening?
Oh, this hole's gonna die.
Oh no. No, no, no!
Veronica!
She was here. That's her radio. Find her. You heard the bot. We're moving.
Aiden. Holtz. He's here. He'll find me soon. Hurry up, Aiden. Please.
Someone's there.
Veronica? Hold on.
Veronica, you so dumb, man.
Talk to me. Hang on, Veronica. I'm coming.
Damn.
Veronica, run outside!
You would think I'd just be able to kill him. It's not happening. Away we go! He's behind me, isn't he? Joke's on you, man. I can run faster. The man just appeared out of nowhere behind me. What the fuck? I know, I am, yeah.
Veronica, get away!
Fucking key. Give it to me.
Just run, I'll stop him. Why do you need this key, fucker? What have you done with Mia?
Little boy.
What now, bitch?
What have you done with my sister?
She's long gone.
No.
Oh, boy,
I'll
missed.
kill you!
What just happened?
You should have died years ago.
Hey, yo, he aimed right. At least I didn't hit one of the bars.
Aiden, hold on. You'll be okay. Just hold on.
Oh boy, he's coming behind you. Oh no, am I transforming?
It's okay. No.
Oh boy. Oh boy. Damn, I ripped her leg off?
Veronica,
And her arm?
no. Waltz, what have you done to me?
I showed you the truth. It's too late.
Oh boy.
Aiden. Aiden, where are you?
Aiden! 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 Hey! I got
Luan.
Hurry!
There's a funny mod for this game where you can turn her into a man, like a crazy man. Like the girl that's talking right now. Her.
Stay with me.
Luan. I'm hoping somebody puts like a Johnny Bravo or
Who's got
something.
the key, Luan?
I'd redo the game just for that.
Fuck, Aiden, you're heavy. Almost there. Just hold on. Hold on.
Just hold on. Hey, I got an achievement.
Oh, you're back. Thank God. You really gotta stop doing that. You had me worried, and
Renegade
I don't
mask.
get worried.
Keep away from me, Luan.
Wow. I mean, it's not like I expected flowers. But for digging you out from under the rubble and carrying you here on my back, a small thank you would be nice.
You don't understand, Luan.
You what?
I killed Veronica.
What?
I killed her. And not only that, I'm turning.
I saw Veronica's body. It was torn as if by a volatile. You couldn't.
It was me. Waltz's experiments. Back then in the hospital, there was nothing in the GRE database about me. But about the drug Waltz was giving us, it had the greatest effect on me. Waltz told me that Mia's dead. I have to get away from here. I'm a threat if I stay to everyone.
What if he lied to you? And Mia's alive? And even if not, you didn't kill Veronica, Aiden. That wasn't you. I repeat, that was not you. If this transformation is because of Waltz, then we're going to make him fix it. Got it? I'll help you.
How?
Waltz created the inhibitors. He must know how to counter their effects.
What was that?
Come on. Probably another building collapse.
Oh boy.
Oh my god.
The Butcher. He's finishing what he started 11 years ago.
It's Waltz. He used the key. That's when this all started.
What are you talking about?
Dylan didn't want Waltz getting the GRE key. He knew the whole city would be at risk. And Waltz took the key from Veronica and escaped. Apparently he needs it for something else.
Do you see now? You have to stop him. Him and Williams. No matter what.
One, I can't control when I turn. Any moment now I could...
When you feel something happening, just get to a UV light. I can't stop them alone, Aiden.
Okay. Okay, let's get him.
Now you're talking like the Aiden I know. Jack Matt is looking for you. Apparently, there's a way to get into the stronghold. Go to the ship. Get the details. I have to go to the fisheye checking on the wounded. And Frank, he went out to warn people before the missiles hit. They say he got hurt pretty bad. Aiden, nobody can know about Veronica. Remember, I know it wasn't you who did that, but Jack, the Peacekeepers, they won't give a shit. They can't stop us.
They won't.
Oh boy. Alright, so before I go, I'm just gonna show you the mod real quick for this silly. This is for the grappling hook. Go into Spider-Man mode. Yes, indeed. Then the other one is for the glider. You could just keep on sprinting. Where is it? Oh, I see where I'm going. Oh, and the Harry Potter one is this one. This one's the Easter egg. You can get it right now. A little buggy though. Missile booster. Doesn't really have any. Good stuff, huh? Guess I could just boost this. Oops, regeneration. Oh, I don't have enough infected. Oh, I see. Oh my god, 100. Jesus. So I modified it to be like not overpowered where like you're God, you know. That's not for me.
The PK's got your back, Pilgrim.
But just enough to like travel around and stuff. Give you more fun. Alright, I'm gonna drop it right here. Alright guys, I'm gonna stop right here. Cut the stream. For those that came by for the TERA explanation, thank you so much. Hopefully that answers all your questions. Sorry if I went a little too hard and explained a bit too much. For those that came for the Swords of Legends explanations, remember to hold your content creators accountable. There are so many content creators that are in the Forge Master, and if you're if you watch anybody, whether it's a Twitch streamer or a YouTuber, that is a Forge Master in the Swords of Legends community, and they're not making content, hold them accountable, because there's no reason they should be in the program if they're not going to actually make content for it. That's what I believe, and you can quote that. And for those that are just staying for the Dying Light stuff, well, hopefully you enjoyed Dying Light. Maybe I'll stream a bit more tomorrow or on Monday. It is a holiday weekend here in Canada. I think it's what's it called? Family Day on Monday, so yeah. Alright guys. Thanks for watching. Make sure to subscribe and click that adorable fucking bell to know when I upload a brand new video. And don't forget to come join my Discord if you want to chat and hang out. Much love, and as always, till next